Hello, hello everyone. My name is Navi. I'm here in the old city of Jerusalem. I'm with my friend Yosef Behar. Hello, Yosef.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And today we have a tragic story for you. We are with two very brave women who have experienced the best way to describe it is hell on earth, some of the worst war crimes committed in human history. And ladies, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to introduce yourself, who are you and where are you from?
Okay. So my name is Gitit Butera. I live in Sderot 5 years, and I work in National Digital Center. It's a Hasbara to the world about Israel, the truth.
Hi, my name is Nuria Davidi. I'm 25. I live in Sderot, and I work in digital marketing in Link Chat. Now also in National Digital Center with Gitit.
So, how are you ladies today, considering everything you've seen in the last week and a half?
We need to power because we not sleep a lot. The time on the shelter. Everything starts in Saturday. We after Simchat Torah, we come back home happy, and we go to sleep. In 6:30 in the morning, we heard siren, and we go to the shelter, and we come back to bed. And after more siren and a lot of siren, and I remember I told my husband, okay, maybe we sleep on the shelter. It's better because something a lot. All the time when I have a red color, I need to go to the
What do you mean by a red color for
Red-
people back
okay.
home?
Did a red alert?
Yeah, the red color is the siren. In Sderot. It's Tseva Adom, Tseva. You heard this, you need to go to the shelter.
How much time do you have to get to a shelter?
7
Max,
seconds.
7 seconds?
7
seconds.
seconds.
Yes.
7 seconds. Wow.
And
If
we,
like it's good. It's a good time.
Yeah.
There's times that it falls and then you hear the Tzeva Adom.
Wow.
years, we live like this, okay? 20 years. And after we go to the shelter, and I need to, because it's Saturday, I need to go to my place, to the National Digital Center, and I don't go. Okay, it's only red color. You remember, it's Saturday, and we keep Shabbat, okay? And we go to, I told my husband, okay, we stand here, and all the time I heard more siren and more siren. After 10 minutes, we heard a gun shooting. We heard something, and we think about myself again, what is this? If it's rocket, it's not like this. And I said, my husband, okay, maybe we go to the more friends. It's from my home, and we go out. And we don't know nothing. When we get to the friend told us, have a terrorist in Sderot. Terrorist. You understand? It's crazy. Sderot, it's 3 kilometers, something like this.
Less than 2 kilometers.
And we feel, oh my God, what? We've been in and oh my God, what we have a terrorist. We go to the shelter, we close the light, we beat to my daughter, shh, be quiet. We take the knife and we sit on the shelter and pray. And all the time, we shooting, and siren. It's crazy. Something with the resilience, it's go. And we don't know, after all the days, today it's the 12th day of all the big problem. Know how Now we come back to where? To the house with the rocket, to the terrorists on the street. What we cannot believe what's happened, and it's crazy, and we don't know how we feel like.
Thank you for sharing. That was humbling to hear. Do you have anything you'd like to add to that before I ask you another question?
So me asked it. I'm also religious, so like in 6:30 in the morning we also heard the sirens, and because it was a holiday, my of cousins were in my house, so it was packed, and we had a lot of babies and little children, and we are going to the safe room, and we are like, that's okay, that's the drill. We have it for more than 20 years. The rockets, it's not something new. My dad, we need to say it. My dad is the mayor of Sderot along the village. And he, every time there is rockets, he needs to go out to the control room to understand what's going on. And he got out, and after a few days, he told us that when he got out with Ronen is the Rav Shatz. I don't know how to say it. It's like he's for the security.
Security.
Yes,
correct.
for security in the city. And he went with Ronen, and they are getting to like in the road to the place where it's like go or to the police station or to the control room. And Ronen said, let's go to the police station. I heard there is something. And my dad said, no, let's go to the control room. And they're going to the control room.
If he had gone to that police station, what would have happened?
I don't want to imagine. Like, probably...
That was where everything was happening.
Yeah, so...
What would tell people who don't know what happened at your
so,
police station?
So,
Ronen.
yes. So before Ronen even got... Like, there was sirens we discovered after all of this happened that the sirens were to... Like, the rockets were to cover for the terrorists who got into the city and into all of the other towns around us. And there is vans, like a big van, jeeps with the terrorists on them, like packed with terrorists and packed with weapons and bullets. And they had like, how do you call it?
RPGs.
RPG.
Like tons of, like they were prepared for that. They are getting into the city. There was a lot of terrorists in the city. You know the number? I don't even know the number. And they just got in the city, and they're after
300,
that,
I think.
something like that. And their goal was in every city in Sderot, Ofakim, Netivot. That was to get a control over the police station, because the police station is a place. It's very a protected place, and it's like a strategic place. So. And there is a more weapons there, so you can go and get more weapon, and you will like hold much longer. So they went, and before, as like it said, they come in 6:30, and they wanted to get to the shuls, because that's when all going to the shul.
It's a miracle.
Yes, that they are not going to shul themselves, so they didn't know that 6:30 is too early to go to the shul unless it's Vatikin. There is one shul that have like a tefillah going, and they have
a guy, Herzl
Yeah.
Shaubi, go to the street, and the terrorist shot him, and he's in hospital. And Ronen, remember the Ronen? He go to the police station after he take the mayor and on the control room.
just to add. My dad said to him, Ronan, don't go to the police station because it's dangerous. He only had like a little gun. I don't know how to call it.
Just one
Pistol.
little
Yes.
just a gun.
Yes, and
Pistol.
he said, Ronan, don't go there. And my dad just turned to the control room, and Ronan gone. Like, he went there.
And Ronen shoot the hospital.
He got
He
shot.
got shot
Yeah.
when he saved a injured cop who is right now in the hospital, and he's like conscious as okay. And Ronan got shot on the shoulder,
Shot. Yeah.
and he came back after like he was released from the hospital. He came back to the control room to help as the Rav Shatz, as the
Wow.
like
A hero.
It's
he's a hero.
It's a real hero.
Yes, he is. Anyway, so like what's going on? It's there is terrorists all over the road. Everyone like we are turning on our phones because we understand it's something abnormal, and we're going to our unreligious neighbor, and we ask like, Sharon, what's going on? Like, we're hearing weird noises. asked something that I never thought that I will hear. He said to my mom, listen, Orit, there is bodies all over Sderot. All Neve Eshkol, it's like a neighbor. All Neve Eshkol full of dead people. There is terrorists on jeeps that going with machine guns and killing people. Get close the door, close the windows.
Try to
Get
have the
yourself
light.
yes, and we are calling our dad in Shabbat. I've never like turned on the phone in Shabbat, and we are talking to our dad because we thought maybe he went to the police station, and we understand that he is safe and okay, and what happened. We darkened all of our windows, put Samet's block in front of the gate.
Without internet, without
Yes, we
nothing,
didn't have
everything is
internet.
full.
Yeah, everything.
And I called to my mom, and he's not answer a lot of time. And I think, oh my God, what happened? What happened? And a lot of people think, where is this and where is this? And everything, it's a big mess. A lot of hours.
What has been? I have two questions. One, I understand that it took 6 hours for the military to show up. Was that unusual for
The
Sderot?
thing is that the terrorists were someone would call them military, so they just went to the road, and to the roads that go to Sderot and to all of the kibbutzim, they just put
They
like
blocked. They
they
blocked
blocked
it.
like in few
Yeah.
places, and every time like the army got into a place, there is like a place with jeeps and guns and RPGs that are shooting in them. So
They
past
had
all
to
of
get.
the
They had to get past all
Yeah.
those.
and it was not just from this direction, it was from almost every direction to this place. Like they blocked all of the area, and they planned to get to Kiryat Gat. That was the plans. They like
And all the time, the rocket is
Yes,
it-
there's
all the
coming,
time
coming.
because all the people go to the. When the people in the shelter, he come with a gun and kill.
In the shelters.
in
Yes.
the shelters.
In the big party,
In Reim, there was a
Reim.
big
In
party
Reim.
in Reim, music festival.
have a special story about people go to the safe room and stand. He come with a gun and kill 100 people in there.
What has been the? I mean, this is all atrocious, obviously, and you're very strong and brave for sharing it with us today. Thank you. What has been the hardest part of this experience, if you could even begin to try and describe it?
I think that the hardest part for me was that I couldn't process what's happening, and like they told us there is bodies and there is stuff, and I started to freak out, and I went to my room. My mom said to me, if you freak out, don't do it here because. And I went downstairs. I start crying, and there like I gave myself a slap. I was like, Maria, you need to like take control over things. This is not going to take 1 or 2 days. Maybe there will be terrorists who will come to your house. Maybe you will need to fight for your life. Maybe you won't. I say to myself, Maria, take control. Right now, I'm the first one, the firstborn in my family, and I said, take control. Like this is the time you need to
To be strong.
yes, to be strong. And I just took my emotion, put them under like some
Mattress.
boxes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll deal with it later if I will be alive later. And I just went out. I helped my mom. We took knives, and because there was kids that we didn't want them to see the knives, we just take a towel, put the knives, roll it, and like there was like a pack of knife next to each man in the like with the babies and stuff. And we didn't have any weapon, like we didn't have guns, we don't have anything. Like if
We civilians.
yes, we
We don't have nothing. It's not power to come to civilians and children and babies. It's not power. It's not work like this because when I feel shock, when some I don't know, some terrorist make in the door like this, he try to open.
The sound.
You were inside.
Yeah, and I feel all my wall because I said I have my daughter. She's 4 years old, and I have only knife and what I can make. It's my home. It's my private place, and when you know the name about kill, murder.
Yeah, when you know the people.
Oh my God, it's so sad. Young people only go to the street. No soldier, not nothing. Civilians have a special story to have a car with two parents, and the terrorists shot on the parents, and the children see everything, two children, and the police cop come and take, and two children it survive, but what is a life? You see everything. You see everything. It's trauma. It's post-trauma. It's
You will never be able to erase it from his mind. There is also this, like, there is tons of stories, heroic stories, and also very sad stories. There is few stories with good ending and a lot of stories with sad. There is this boy, his name was Shiloh Cohen. He's a very good friend of my family. His family is a very good friend with our family. They are one of the first like religious families from the Garin that came to Sderot, and everybody knows Cohen family, and everybody knows Shiloh Cohen because he was like the kid with the brightest smile who always helping
Lit up a
everybody.
room.
Like, you know that
Yeah,
that they are taking the best ones.
Yeah.
That was this case, and he's in the special unit. He's in Magalan, and he heard the shooting, and because it was like Simchat Torah,
Yeah, it was a holiday.
and my sister saw him in the evening, and she was like, "Hey Shiloh, how are you?" Because he's in Bnei Akiva, and they were like, "Ah, okay, we need to go to like Hakafot," and they were laughing, and she just the night, and he decided when he heard there is a shooting, he decided he's taking his weapon and he's taking as many bullets as he can carry, and he understood as he drove in Sderot that the situation in Be'eri, in Kibbutz Be'eri, is much worse, and he went straight to Be'eri, and I think that he went to and then came back to Be'eri. He was injured, badly injured, and they're saying to him like, Shiloh, don't like stay in the back. But the situation was because they were surrounded by terrorists, all of the soldiers. It was either to fight or they couldn't like go back to anywhere. So
Their backs were up against a wall.
Yeah,
Corner.
so
Surrounded
There was
on
no
all
option but
sides.
to
yes,
fight.
but
That was it.
he decided that he won't let his friends fight alone. He said, "No, I'm going to fight even if I'm injured." And he was murdered. He was killed, and he was found by when he was like barely alive. They took him to the hospital, and there they like decided they were like, yes, he died, and he's like like the best people. Like, why do you take the best people of the road? Like my colleague and his little baby, 2 years old. His name is Ohad. I don't know the name of his baby girl, but they were both in Be'eri, in Kibbutz Be'eri, and they were both slaughtered by a monster in the shape of a human. How could you do that? How can the and not say anything? How can someone support Hamas when they see things like that? How can you say it's fake? How can you say that someone, like, why would I lie about this? Why would someone I don't have Ohad, I will never see Ohad in my office again. And he was a beautiful guy. He was always like going barefoot because it's like a natural and very spiritual guy. And we were argued a lot because he is like from the left wing and I'm more of a right wing. But we didn't care because it was fun. We were friends, and he will never be in the office again.
I would say that how is it that they can believe lies? You said I don't think they believe those lies. I think they know exactly what's happening, and I think it's just hatred. Anti-Semitism is hatred for our people. I think that's what it is. People that are supporting them, I don't believe that they don't think that that's stupid.
They get asked actually, like, what is, Palestine from the river to the sea? Palestine will be free. They go, well, what does that mean? That means there's no Israel, right? So where did they go? And they don't have an answer for that because they don't care. They know what this is about. The underdog story, the color of your skin story.
Yeah.
People don't of people of every shape, size, color, race,
There is
persuasion.
Israeli Arabs.
Exactly.
And by the way, they killed more than 30 Israeli Arabs. Like
Right.
they
Is there-
murdered them,
Come
and they
from,
said they like
Right.
begged. They said, "I'm a Muslimic people. I'm a Muslimic person. I'm an Arab. Don't kill me." And he killed
They
him.
killed him anyway.
So I think this is a good transition to our next question, which is when you have such a horrific, soul-shattering experience, what has Hashem, the God of the Jews, our God, what has he done to give you strength at this time? What has given you hope? What is it something that you can share that has helped you get through this?
It's a big question.
Yes, that's a tough one because we are in the middle of the situation right now. We are experiencing it every day. We are informed of more people we know that are missing or kidnapped or dead. Just today we were informed that the son
More,
of our
yeah.
yes there is
In
Ophir-
Berry.
yes there is two bodies like mom and her child in Berry were found burned. Their body was burned inside the house. That's why it took so long to find. And you know, if you don't find someone you is missing, but you don't know either he's kidnapped or
Yeah.
dead, and you
Live,
can't tell
dead.
you can't tell the families if he is kidnapped or dead until you have proof, because it's like it's to mess with the mental health of the family. You can't do that. So they found אופיר, לא, של שער הנגב.
אופיר ליפשיץ.
Lifshitz, yes. Ophir Lifshitz is like, he's the mayor of Shar Negev. He was dead. He was murdered, one of the first murderer. He saw the terrorists, went to the weapon room, got a gun and started shooting them, and they shot him in the chest, and he was killed. And today was it was his funeral. It was like 2 weeks after he was killed, more like weeks and a half after he was killed. They were just able to get him to do his funeral, and after his funeral, the son's body with shots, like bullets holes inside his body.
Do you? That was a very difficult question.
But but I do want to answer that because
Yeah,
it
I can
is-
tell you what's helped me at least, and maybe that'll help you get started. And for me, what's helped is, you know, you're angry, cranky, fighting with your whatever, all among the Jews. The moment this happened, I know that we came to us, how can we help? First thing was like, what are we going to do? How are we going to help? So it was like,
And the next morning we
we
set
just
up.
immediately started. We threw it together. Everyone dropped everything they were doing. Everyone came together. The entire country came together. And I think that's what Hashem wants from it, is that if Hashem, all he wants is for us to get along and to work with each other, to show the world this is what it can be like. This is what the path is to peace, to happiness, to tranquility, to helping the poor, unity, Yehud. And the one thing, Akdut, the one thing I've seen anything in this process is how the entire country has come together.
Yes.
And people are praying, people are reaching out to Hashem. We have a woman who just goes to the wall to pray for everyone for hours and hours and
All
hours.
night. She comes all night just to pray for the
It's-
families that were affected.
It says in
And
the
then she goes home in the morning, and then she goes to sleep.
it says in the Torah, in the Gemara, and this thoughts about what is giving you strength, but it says in the Gemara that in the war, the final war, in Gog Magog versus Ishmael, it's our tefillah, it's our prayers that save us, not our might, not our brains. It's only our prayers that Hashem wants to win that combat. So.
And you know, after the המהפכה המשפטית, once people fight from here and from Tel Aviv and from
Divided. And
all the time. And now we see on the control room, people come to help us from Petit, and it doesn't matter. We brother and a lot of volunteering and a lot of people only come to live in my home. It's so excited because we feel, you see the clothes. We go out because the terrorist is here and we don't take nothing. Only we running and pray, and we have a lot of people give us clothes and milk and everything, and it's now we feel with brother safety, and it's so excited.
You know, the first day that we opened the distribution center, everyone was bringing everything they had. Everyone in the neighborhood, and we had people who were coming from outside the neighborhood to come in because they heard that we were. But I'm going to tell you there the point that for me was very emotional is we had two little girls, and they said, "Are you taking donations?" And they take 5 shekels each, and they bring it. You see that, it's like, dude. See, everyone, children, doesn't matter. Whatever they had, they came.
They just want to help.
They just wanted to help. It's like, is this going to the families in the South?
Wow.
Is it happen? Yes. Okay, they're bringing everything. That is what it is. You know, I was telling you, the enemy thought that they could come and break us because we were divided. And remember 2 weeks ago, even before this happened, I said, you know what? The enemy thinks that they can come and poke us. But we're a sleeping giant. We're a sleeping lion. And the moment that this lion awakens, and it's all together, it's like woe to our enemies, because what Hashem wants is for us to be together in unity. Whatever, 3 months ago, I went to Auschwitz for the first time in my life. And I saw videos that I'd never seen in my life. And all I saw is that there were men and women completely naked going into the gas chambers. There was no knitted kippah, black kippah, big hat, black hat, or a tichel or a sheitel. There was nothing. We were all Jews. And for our enemies, we were all Jews. And you know what? Together for us to fight is the same. We are all Jews. That's it. We're one nation. And B'ezrat Hashem, He will be with us and give us the final victory.
That's a
Bezrat
very
Hashem.
strong stuff that you're saying here. I wanted to say about the question with Hashem.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to answer about this question when you're in. That's what I'm trying to say before that. It's hard to say to answer this question when you are in the middle of these events. Like it's like the Holocaust. Everybody asked was whether Hashem was in the Holocaust, after the Holocaust, or even inside the Holocaust, but not in the podcast, and when not in it's an absurd reality. So what I'm trying to say is, like, it's very hard. It is very hard. It is very difficult to, like, say yes, Hashem will do anything. It will be fine. Like, yeah, let's wrap it up. Hashem will take care of this. Like, when you are in your house and you know that there is terrorists outside, and you know that there is some people that you know and love, and they are not, they are dead, and you can't do anything. I won't forget it forever. Like, my mom, after she heard that Shiloh died, she went and she looked up and she said, like, that's what you want? Like, that's you wanted Shiloh? That was urgent? Like, that's what you want? To people will die? People will die in the party and rain? People that, like, 20s, that didn't have a chance to live more than 20 years. Like, that was necessary. And I looked it up, and I looked her, and it's like the most like, my dad and my mom are the strongest figure in my life. And I was like, I'm in a journey with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, like, to believe, and to every time I need to get my emunah stronger, because if you live at Sderot for more than 20 years of rockets attack, and you know people who got injured, and I went, like, a few times to Chosen, with, like, a trauma center, like a mental trauma center, and I got treatment, like I talked to people, and I had like a panic attacks, and I got over it. And right now I'm, like, in the middle of all of it, and I'm like, do I need to go past it again? Do I need to go, like, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what do you want from me? Why did you kill my friends? Why did you kill, like, why did there is 40 babies who got beheaded? Like, was that necessary? But I think that the strong thing in being a Jew, that you can ask the question, even if you will never get an answer. I think that if you ask the question, you know that there is someone you can ask the question, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I want and what did happen, or maybe I won't forgive you for a lot of stuff, but I know, but I don't have any other choice but to believe in you, because if like you are exist and I believe in you, that's the stuff. Like I decided that I'm living in Hashem. I call it emunah mibchira, like you are choosing to believe. Yes, so I will I won't accept what happened, and I will ask the hard question, and I will come to you, and I won't like take the silence for granted, but I'm still believing, and I still will do whatever I can do good, because yes, you say yes, Hashem will take care of stuff, but
we have
can't-
to put in
we
our
can't-
effort.
Yes, we
Yes.
can't trust only like yes, we need to trust Hashem, but the human have to like the people have to do an effort to help. Like you
100%.
know the sentence, open me like a small I don't know how to say it. כפתחו של מחט, ואפתח לך פתח כפתחו של עולם. כאילו, זה קדוש ברוך הוא saying, like, if you will do a little effort,
I will open the red.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will
just open a
Yeah.
crack, and Hashem will open
Yes,
the
and that's
shell.
what
Everything.
Gittit and me, I think we are trying to do. Like, since this attack, I just came to Gittit. We knew, like, a few weeks later. We didn't... I talked to her, like...
You guys didn't know each other so
Yes,
well.
we talked, like, before, like, few weeks before, like, hey, I want to,
I
like...
told
come to
Neria,
your-
come to
Yes.
see the National Digital
Yes,
Center.
I
And
was like, yes, that looked an interesting, a cool place. And like in Sunday Sunday, I think it was, I came to Gittit. I said, Gittit, here.
What
let's
do you
go."
need?
Yes, what do you need? And I said, I will do whatever I can for this situation, because if I will sit in my house and won't do nothing, that won't help
Yeah.
for sure. Yes.
we,
What is it about this war? What is it about this that's different than every other time? What is different of the people around you? What do you think? Where do you
I
think this is
think-
leading?
I think the terrorists, this is the different, because all the time you have a rocket and you go to the safe room and you feel safety. And now people come in your home and your private place and want. It's crazy. You cannot to make nothing. If you don't have a gun or something, you feel חשוף.
Even if you do have a gun, you are one person with your family
With-
behind you
Yeah.
against what 30 terrorists with RPGs. It's-
You understand what is the
took-
mean?
They
Yeah,
took
yeah,
grenades
yeah.
and throw it inside the safe room, because they know that the people can't get out of the safe room, and the safe room is like hermetic. You
Yeah.
can't. Nothing will go out.
Something like this.
So what's different this time is that they're in your homes, they're in
They
your
are.
place.
Yes, like
חדירה לפרטיות.
Yes, like Avia, like my sister, she had a breakdown in Tuesday after the attack, and I come to her like, Avia, it's like I can't say even like I can't say it will be okay, because I didn't know anything, and she was like, Neria, I want to live at Sderot. I love Sderot. I love Israel. How? Safe, because in a kilometer and a half there is like the Gaza Strip, and as long as there is Hamas, people need to understand it. I think that they're saying no, like everybody, you probably see it talking about the proportional
Proportional.
Yeah.
Response. How do you respond
like
proportionally? to this?
I didn't see the talking about proportional when like went to Afghanistan or anything
course.
else. Like
Well, and the reason is because again, this is about Jewish.
yeah,
About hating the Jewish people.
yes,
This is about they want genocide for the Jews.
Yeah,
That's
you-
what they want.
That's what they want.
That's
They're
what-
not telling people that
Mm-hmm.
Gaza has its own government and that the government voted for Hamas. And that
Yes.
they apply. They're their own country, their own
Just
space,
you-
you know. And
That-
we said give us the hostages back. They're like no. And so if you had a neighbor and your neighbor shot rockets at you and your neighbor says, "Oh, that was my land. You stole it from me," and then you come, okay, well, we'll give you the land back.
Yes.
We'll do this. We'll offer you peace.
They
They
don't want
walk
that.
away. They don't even talk to you. And everyone's like, "Oh, the Nakba." But what people don't understand is there's a lot of pride. There's a lot of ego, and there's not really a desire to solve a problem. There's only a desire for blood, and there's a desire to find a way to make the Jew the aggressor. Even though you've killed them and you've ripped out babies from mothers' stomachs, you still feel like you're the victim, and that means that you are detached from reality. If you're ripping out a baby from a mother's stomach and saying, "Now there's," but you know what? If you had a neighbor throwing rockets at you and they asked you for water, you would tell them to go kick rocks. And if they took your children and your wives and your brothers and they held them hostage and they tortured them on video, you would turn off the water. It doesn't matter who you are. You wouldn't give them your water, especially because they haven't even given you the hostages back. So it's not simple thing.
And
Listen,
the
we're-
words are like Israel is not humanitarian. You are killing civilians. What the civilians did. You
Yeah.
can see footage that
celebrating.
that no. Firstly, yes, they celebrate
Candy
these
and
killings. They
then-
celebrated this massacre all over the world. The celebration of massacres of human. Okay, that's crazy. That in the 21st, that when there is people who are celebrating massacres and people are like, yeah, that's okay because free Palestine, and like that's crazy stuff. And also you can see in footage that there is like the terrorists are getting in, and after the terrorists come and kill the people, after them there is civilians who can
to loot for
to steal, to
Yep.
take stuff, to deal with like to cut the bodies. You see 6 years old kid and from Gaza, like his dad, like they're doing stuff to the bodies and they're stealing stuff. You can see footage like in Gaza that they're educate their kids to hate you. If this is not anti-Semitic, I don't know what other things.
But I will tell you this. There's two issues. Number one is that we're not dealing with human beings. We're not dealing with human beings. Because a human being values life. Well, I don't even want to call them people.
They pay to kill.
No, I don't even want to call them people. They celebrate death. Their culture is of death. That is pure evil. Hamas is pure evil. And those who support Hamas are pure evil. I don't care where they're from. But the biggest accomplice is the media. The Western media, especially the BBC,
Yeah.
especially
We walk-
CNN. These
Yeah.
are the woke liberal murderers and they're accomplices of murderers.
This is
They-
wrong.
Yes.
So we have to get the word out and we have to fight the fight, not just on the but also the fight in the war of misinformation. And now is the time where people have to decide, are you going to be for good or are you going to be for evil?
Are you gonna be? For
And I
life?
call on the BBC and on CNN and all these woke murderers, and you have to decide, are you on the side of life or are you on the side of death? And there will be a reckoning, because those that are on the side of good will see they will see the reward for good, but those who are on the side of evil, they will get their day.
I think with BBC is that they're not wrong. They don't even recognize Hamas as a terror organization. It's like, what
It's a
are people
joke.
like? How many rockets do they need to shoot? How many babies do they need to kill so they will consider a rock?
Yeah, you see, they don't believe that they don't believe the videos. They don't believe the people that are there. They don't believe the absolute massacre. But the moment that these terrorists, these murderers, say, "Oh, the Jews blew up the hospital," without even
Bullshit.
be that
is a lie.
without even verifying, they're not press. They're not the press. The press used to tell the truth. These people are their agenda. They're in the pockets of Hamas. Then and they're in the pockets of murderers. So every single correspondent, every single newscaster who works for these people and say those lies, they have blood in their hands.
I would just like to say that, it's a very passionate topic. People's lives are at stake, like you said. You have life or you have death. Age of technology where we have artificial intelligence and deep fakes and Photoshop, and you see fake media and people are skeptical. People don't trust their government. They've had COVID. They've had the virus is curable by a vaccine. Oh, the vaccine doesn't stop transmission. You've had a lot of stuff up for a while. If you could say something in simple words to the rest of the world right now, what do you want the world to know? Like, what is it that you want them to know that you feel that they just are not getting?
We're strong. We survive. We survive a lot. We now, after people come to read with us, we have power. We survive this, and we live in the Gaza, near to the beach. This is the life.
You're not going.
No, I am afraid, but now I have power to stand Sderot, to my daughter and my family and my big family stand Sderot, because Israel, it's my country. It's a lot of years.
History.
History.
For about 3,500
Great.
years.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something.
And nothing not to, we don't go to another place.
There's no.
Yeah.
This is
This
it.
is the country.
We're not going to make that mistake we
Yeah,
made
Uganda
back in
without-
World
This is
War
our
II.
land.
Yeah.
This is our land.
We're gonna do whatever it takes, and we're not going anywhere without the biggest fight of all time.
It's strong now.
So, do you have anything to say that you want the world to know?
Yes, I do want to have something to say as a social media woman. I see a lot of the stuff that's going on in the social media, and I want to say to the people, if you have power, if you have an account in the social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, whatever, Threads, if you have an account, you have a power. If you don't need to have a lot of followers to spread the truth, because there is a lot of people and a lot of money who is invents in spreading the lie of the Hamas, and the world will think that Israel is evil and the Hamas is like a human rights organization, which isn't. Hamas is a terror organization. Hamas is like ISIS. Hamas is like Al Qaeda. You need to understand that. And if you have an account, you have power. So you need to take this power and use it, because, as Spider-Man said, with great responsibility, and you need to take that. That's your responsibility here. Spread the truth. Tell your friends. Tell your family. It's not just about Jewish people. It's about the whole world, because you need to understand what the world don't understand it. And I think that you need to start to taking in Israel front line against the terror. If Israel will crumble down, you will be the next one.
They will be in your house
Yes.
next.
You will be the one
Yeah.
who will be dead. You will be the one without a mom. You will be the one without a baby, with his baby got beheaded. His friends got kidnapped. You will be the one who won't feel safe anymore in their house. And you need to understand, if you don't want that to happen to you, you need to help Israel, because Israel is the one who is holding all of this terror organization inside this country, inside Gaza.
Thank you so much. So, outside pushing through social media and telling the truth to the world, is there anything else that people can do to help?
Yeah.
Supplies,
is-
stuff like that.
There's a lot of people who got out of their houses, as Gitit said, because either their houses got bombed with rockets or got destroyed by terrorists. There's people without parents. There's parents without. There's a grandma without the family. I have
Child.
a friend who is 30 people in his kibbutz got killed. His family, all of his family, all of his friends. He don't have anybody in this world. And to get up from this, to start getting his life back, he needs a lot of support. He will need any support
Everything.
that you can give. The funny thing is that there is women, like moms who got out without diapers, without bottles to the baby,
Formula.
without formula, without clothes, without there is even toilet paper,
Band-Aids.
yes,
Water.
medicals
Everything.
First aid.
Yes,
Everything.
first aid. There's people who have they're mostly elderlies who have their medicals at home. Like my grandma, she was wise enough to take her medication with her to our house. Otherwise, she lived also in Sderot. We will not get back to her house to take the medication. It was too dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes,
Do you think the world will ever be the same?
no, simply no.
No.
There's no other way. But I will say that safe again, because we do want to live in Sderot. It's not just because my father is the mayor. I believe in Sderot. I believe in the city. This is the city with the best, the warmest people. It's like the big one.
They're so chill.
Yes.
I've been
Yeah.
there. They're so
Yes.
calm. Considering this place is on a
you-
rocket fire, everyone's
It's
so
like big
relaxed.
family.
Yes.
Everyone's chill
And
there.
if you will need help, you won't need to ask. People will just come and it's
They're
gonna be
brave.
sometimes
Come to
uncomfortable,
eat
but
something
yes.
in my home.
Yes.
It's like big family.
Yes, so
Mhm.
Sderot is this place. It's a place of love. It's a place of want peace. It's a place of good people, of good food. If you will ever have the chance, come to Sderot. culinary tour. I don't know if now there will be any, but
There will be because
It's-
we are resilient and we will build. We will rebuild.
yes, it's that the thing that I think that Sderot is shut with rockets and the houses are crushed. There is a lot of families who don't have any house to come back to. In Be'eri and all of the other kibbutzim, you need to understand their houses is burned. Our houses is full of bullets holes, full of there are no furniture. There's people who got nothing except the clothes to that on their body when they ran away. It's like start everything again. You need to restart your ability to feel safe in your house. You need to restart your ability to
Everything.
to rebuild your family without another family members. You need to rebuild your house. You need to rebuild your relationship. You need to rebuild your money, food. You need everything from the
To
start.
from
Yes.
scratch. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, it's been very moving to have you today, and for you to share these thoughts. And we thank you for coming here into the old city of Jerusalem.
Thank
We're
you
running
for
a,
everything.
of course,
Thank you
Gati,
for having us.
we're running a, and we
That
are,
benefits both all the families of those who have been displaced, victims of war, and
And
also
so-
helping our soldiers get the supplies that they
so
need.
they can be safe.
Thank
And
you.
Because
it's-
we're all in this war together.
There is soldiers like people in Reim in the music festivals who saw their friends got shot. They were saved, and then after they got to their house, they put it on a military uniform and came back to
With
help
the
in the
gun,
military.
yeah.
Yes,
Wow, wow, wow.
they are like with the bracelet of the party. Like you need to bracelet to get in. They are with the bracelet and with the gun. That's
So-
crazy.
There are no people like the Jewish people.
Am Israel Chai.
Am Israel Chai.
Don't-
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And Bezrat Hashem, with the help of God, we'll be able to rebuild
Amen.
and be stronger than ever.
Hashem.
would you two mind looking at that camera for a minute and just waving to the people watching today and
Yeah.
to that we
Hi.
appreciate them thinking and sending the donations that we
Thank
are
you
going
for
with.
everything.
Yes. If you have a heart and you are a good person, you will know that when someone needs you, you will need to stand up and do the things that there is needed to be done. A better place and for the humanity to win.
And we big family, one big family, and we survive together.
Yes.
And we will continue to survive. Am Israel Chai.
Am
Ladies, thank you so
Israel
much.
Chai.
May Hashem
Thank you very
protect
much.
all of his
Thank
people.
you.
Wow. So those are absolutely heart-wrenching and incredible stories you've shared with us today. And as someone who has been moved by this conflict, I just want to say thank you for sharing with us. And we here in the old city of Jerusalem would like to do whatever we can to help. Perry, would you mind how people can participate in contributing to the lives of others?
Absolutely. Thank you, Navi. First of all, I am crushed. I'm crushed. And I can't fathom, I don't even understand how you can go on living your daily lives. I just don't understand. I think it's obvious to everybody that this is about good versus evil. This is not political. The atrocities that we have just witnessed are unfathomable. They are I am shaking from what I have seen. I'm sure you are too. This is about good taking over evil here. And what we are doing here in our center is we are saving lives. Nothing short of that. We need your help. We need your help. We need to buy critical gear and supplies for our soldiers, our children, our sons and our daughters, and our friends and our family members that are fighting for us to help first to save us, to continue to protect us and root out this evil that is in the world. have witnessed firsthand here. I've never seen footage like this. I have seen a lot of Holocaust movies. I have never seen anything like this. I am shaking. Please, we need your help. You can make a change. This is your calling. If at any you wondered if you would have a calling, the calling is now. Please, I know I don't need to beg. You have seen it, and we need your help. Everything, every dollar you give us, we're all volunteers here. Every dollar you give us, we go ahead and we buy the gear and the equipment to protect our soldiers, everyone in our army. They're doing this for us. They're doing this for the Jewish people. They're doing this for mankind. Please, please give generously. This is your calling. Everybody, whatever you have done in the past, whatever type of donations you have given in your life, this is the big one. Please donate now. Please don't hold back. We need your help.
Thank you very much. We will have a link to the website where you can make a donation and make a positive change in the lives of others. Thanks again, ladies, for coming out today.
Thank you.
Now,